So it has not been a good start to this Thursday. I'll talk more about that after we go through my first meal of this full day of eating video, 6 weeks out from my first full-length Ironman prep, or my first full-length Ironman, with a half Ironman simulation this weekend, which I'm going to try and get some content for. But that'll be the next video. I'm just trying to pump this out, show you guys what it looks like eating in a day of a to-be, soon-to-be Ironman. So it is currently 9 AM and I'm having my first meal. I've definitely had already a bit of caffeine, instant coffee in the morning before I come to the gym at 5 AM. Then we had our mishap on the way, and then I've also had my creatine monohydrate with a fat burner supplement, and now I'm having a peach Monster energy drink with my first meal of the day, which is this. These Mexican style Chipotle chicken quesadillas. They come out, chuck it in the microwave first, and then I put it in the sandwich press to make it nice and crispy. That's my first meal, and here are the macros of that. I've had 2 of those. So today's workout this week is pretty much dialing all back, focused on being able to perform on the weekend for the 70.3 Ironman simulation. So today's workout that I have to do, I'm going to pick at some point, but it's only a 6 kilometer interval run just to get the legs moving. I did a ramp test yesterday, which I got up to 330 watts, or just over 330 watts, and that gave me an FTP at the moment of 248, I believe, or 238, I believe. So I did last time, I did the ramp test wrong and was like doing like very low cadence. This time I was able to hold 90 RPM up over 300 watts, and then it dropped down to 75 progressively from 315 into the 330. So the numbers might not have changed that much, but I did it better, more efficient. To be honest, like, I've really struggled with my bike riding. Swimming and running I'm pretty comfortable with, but yeah, my bike riding's getting to me a little bit during some of those harder rides. On the weekend I had to do 140 Ks into a headwind on the way back, which was like 60 Ks of dead set headwind with 70 km/h gusts. So you just have to like knuckle it out and like trust the process. Guys, this car, rest in peace, no longer exists. It ceased to live. The other morning I was driving to the gym and it shafted itself at the top of the hill up there, rolled down. I ended up having to push it like 50 meters up the road. So I don't have a car currently anymore, except for the one that I'm borrowing over here, which is just as bad because I can't get into the driver's side window of it. So at least this one drives, but yeah, end of an era. Died the other day, perfect timing, right before I have to go away, my car shits itself. So yeah, it is what it is, but that was the dilemma I was talking about before in the video, and rest in peace. Cool. So guys, just gonna have a go through my current physique. So this is my current physique. I've definitely dropped weight at the moment. I haven't been that strict really on my diet. Like if I'm eating out, I'll eat out back. But this morning had my lowest weigh-in of a morning. So like I'd have low weigh-ins after I finished a workout because I sweat out. But then this morning I had my lowest weigh-in of 89.5 kilos. We're still 6 weeks to go. I would like to get as close to 85 as possible so that I'm carrying less weight. Definitely feeling lean around the midsection, around the shoulders, around the arms. And quite frankly, I haven't really been lifting at all. Like in a 20-week prep, so the last 14 weeks, I think I've lifted like 3 times. Just like the cardio in general is just so time consuming. On top of my 16 hours of business and being at the gym, running all the classes, I had a trainer for 2 weeks and that didn't work out. So I'm back in full time again. You just gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta muscle through it and like keep building those blocks. Even if you're turning up and you're not 100% and you just get the session done, I get it. Sometimes you have to hit times, you have to hit wattages, you have to hit splits or whatnot. But like, even if you don't hit those, sometimes it just happens and you're still building your endurance, building your discipline, turning up. So that's kind of been the process at the moment. So the quesadillas didn't really fill me up as much as I would have liked them to. Now, there's been a bit of kind of like a friction point in my training where I had to come to terms with I wasn't eating enough food, and then I would get these niggles. And I truly believe that there's a lot of people training for marathons and Ironmans and stuff at the moment who are pretty big influencers, who are super shredded, and they are just saying that they are having like niggles, and they're like trying to be like, oh, it's just because of like the training volume or whatnot. But I think, in my personal professional opinion, is that they are not eating enough, and then they're doing all this training. They're staying lean, so they get a following, unlike I have, unlike me, who doesn't have a following, and they're just not eating enough. So just don't get caught in the trap of not eating enough when you're doing a lot of training. I know I did, and then I had to revisit what I'm doing. This is another 400 calories that I'm going to be consuming. And then we're gonna go out and discuss the downfall that I had this morning. Honestly, it's the end of an era, and I don't know how to feel about it. Alright, so just finished my run workout, nice cruisy one. It was 1 kilometer easy, followed by 1 kilometer at 4:30 pace, 9-second standing rest, 1 minute at 4:20 pace, 90-second standing rest, and then 2 sets of 4:10 pace, 90-second rest, then 1 kilometer easy. As I said before, training at the moment a little bit cruisier this week in preparation for my simulation half on the weekend. It'll be very interesting to see if I can, well, I should definitely smash my old half Ironman pace if I'm going to get under 12 for my full length. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, I posted a full day of eating the other day, and one of the things that were in my full day of eating is what I had before that workout. I had Nitroflex, just like a half serving. There's a fair bit of caffeine in there. Don't want my heart rate going up too high for that one. And then also this Endura powder. They mix together nicely, both like similar flavors. The Endura powder has like your sodium and whatnot and some carbohydrates, and then obviously the Nitroflex beta alanine and caffeine. So if you want to see that earlier, make sure you follow me over on Instagram. Alright guys, so post-workout, run, pre-shower, I'm just going to be having one of these Musashi high protein bars, 45 grams of protein. These are the GOAT, obviously not the best tasting, but they definitely get the job done in terms of getting some protein in after a workout. So that is the next thing I'm going to be having in this full day of eating. I don't know what I've got for in between. I think I might have some afternoon snacks, or I might need to go pick something up. So we'll check that out in the next clip. Alright guys, so currently it is the next day. Last night my final meal was just salmon rice and some prawns in the rice, so that was like a garlic kind of chili mix. But hopefully that gives you a bit of an idea of the foods that I've been consuming. Yesterday was as you saw, just that short run day. Everything with the objective of feeling fresh for my half Ironman tomorrow, which I'm going to be trying to get as much content of as possible and post that as well. Hopefully I get this video edited today and up today. This being Friday the 20th, which is pretty much 5 weeks out from my race. I still need to book flights and accommodation, so we'll see how lucky I get with all that. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to get this kind of information a bit earlier over on my Instagram. Comment below what you want to see in the next videos, and hopefully you got something out of this. See you in the next one.